Kodak Black will never be released after this happened.
Where's my
Kodak
cowbell?
in the building!
Hold on. It's so super cute because he doesn't walk through the door first.
Kodak Black has been all over the news again after his awaited November 13th court hearing, which led to him getting sentenced to 46 months in prison for just a few of the many charges he was facing. The young Florida rapper may have gone too far this time and has made mistakes that will keep him behind bars for the rest of his life. Be sure to stay tuned until the end of the video to hear what the rapper has done to make his legal situation even worse. Also, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and comment the keyword GLEE below to enter a chance at winning in our $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. Now let's get started. The young star Kodak Black was no stranger to getting arrested, and he has already spent a lot of time behind bars during his career. But this time, he is facing some serious allegations and charges that has him looking at spending the rest of his life in prison. Kodak Black is one of the biggest rappers to make it out of the Pompano Beach area of Florida. He was an extremely talented artist that has a serious track record of criminal history. It is sad that his career has been cut short after his most recent arrest, and this time, it doesn't seem he will be getting any sort of bailout options granted by the judge. Kodak was facing multiple federal weapon charges. He lied on government documents and checkmarked that he did not have any active criminal cases open so that he could illegally purchase firearms in Florida. These charges alone left Kodak looking at a max term of up to 10 years behind bars. But during his November 13th court date, the judge had sentenced Kodak to a 46-month prison term. Judge Federico Moreno had told Kodak during the trial that young people do stupid things, and I normally give them a break for that. The problem is that you have been doing stupid things since you were 15. This will leave Kodak behind bars until he is 26 years old, assuming that he will not have any other troubles during his sentence that could give him more time. Unfortunately, these federal gun charges and his recent 4-year sentence was not even the worst of Kodak's legal troubles. The young rap star is also facing other completely separate charges that can easily keep him behind bars for the rest of his life. Kodak is also under indictment in South Carolina for first-degree criminal physical conduct charges that he has yet to have a court hearing for. Kodak was accused of making physical advances toward a female fan without her consent. This took place in a hotel room in Florence County, South Carolina after his show in late 2016. She has claimed that Kodak tore her clothes off and made some pretty weird advances onto her. The whole situation was pretty strange, and Kodak has apologized for his actions. South Carolina has some pretty old-school views and an old-school legal system, so a battery charge, similar to Kodak Black's, could leave someone in prison anywhere from 30 years to life. If Kodak is proven guilty for these nasty charges, he will be looking at a 30 years to life sentence in addition to the current sentence that he is serving. His very long track record of criminal history will be considered during his next court hearing and can hurt him pretty bad when the judge is giving him his sentencing. We are sad to see another young and extremely talented artist have to spend such a big part of their life incarcerated. But even the judge had stated that Kodak Black has been making bad decisions that have been getting him in serious trouble since he was 15 years old. Did he deserve these long sentences? Or do you think he was being set up? Let us know below. Despite Kodak Black spending a lot of his time dealing with his legal battles, he also spent most of his free time in the recording studio coming out with platinum records. He has been making music for years, and it was finally starting to get some serious attention. In December of 2018, he has just dropped his second professional studio album called Dying to Live under Atlantic Records, which ended up getting the #3 spot on Billboard's charts. He has a song on the album featuring music giant Travis Scott, which was a highly anticipated collab that fans have been waiting for. This song, along with a couple of other songs on the album, quickly reached platinum status, which was not Kodak's first time. Kodak has been known for getting crazy streams during his album releases, and is known for his extremely large and loyal fan base. So fans were pretty sad to hear that he was going to spend the next 46 months behind bars, without access to any sort of studio. Kodak was seriously dedicated to his craft. He practices writing lyrics and rapping while serving his sentence. Last year, during a different criminal case, the rapper was locked up and still managed to record a verse over the phone. Kodak had phoned in his verse to New York rapper ASAP Rocky for ASAP's song Call Drops. Kodak's verse was deep and talked about being behind bars. Call Drops was one of the more appreciated songs on ASAP's album. Sadly, this will be the only way Kodak will be able to put out music for a while. Kodak Black always hires some of the strongest lawyers available and builds an extremely strong legal team to defend him. In the past, his legal team has been able to assist in getting the judge to grant Kodak an option to pay bail to be released from his prison sentencing. This has gotten the rapper out of a lot of sticky situations and saved him from a lot of jail time. But this time around, the judge considered Kodak a danger to the community and has declined any sort of bail options for his current criminal cases. We are afraid, due to the favor he has already been granted in the past, that he will also fail to get bail on the battery cases that he will have a court hearing for in the near future. Having the best lawyers in the world can only get you so far if you have made the same mistakes multiple times. Kodak has been taking responsibility for his mistakes and had recently stated, "I'm sorry for the actions that led me to where I'm standing. I do take full responsibility for my mishaps." He seemed to be trying to change his life around, and despite his crazy past, he has seemed to have grown up a bit. In the song, "If I'm Lying, I'm Flying," Kodak raps, "God sat me down and talked to me. I listened. I was in that cell. He told me that I'm gifted." The rapper expressed himself that he feels that he was getting a message from the man upstairs that he needs to stay focused and stay out of trouble. Other than a couple mishaps, Kodak seemed to be on his best behavior lately while serving his time in prison. Last year, while serving for other criminal charges, he had gotten his GED and changed his legal name to Bill Capri to symbolize that he had changed for the better. Kodak was becoming more mature and seemed to have grown up a lot. He has told the judge that he acknowledges his mistakes and wants to grow past them. Although he had been learning from his mistakes, it doesn't fix the fact that he will still have to face some serious time for the allegations. Being on his best behavior and showing the judge signs of growth can drastically help reduce time in a criminal sentence. But Kodak was not just facing any type of criminal charges. He is yet to have his court hearing for the battery allegations, but these are some pretty scary charges, and the outcome of this case will forever affect Kodak's career and, more importantly, his freedom. Things are really not looking so good for Kodak in terms of all of his legal troubles, but fans are continuously showing their support and hoping for a miracle to get Kodak freed. Some people even went as far as comparing Kodak's charges to Tupac Shakur's abuse charges back in the 90s, which hinted at the fact that many young rappers were accused of these very similar abuse charges. Could his legal team play his case as if he was set up for these allegations with that young female fan back in 2016? We hope justice is being served, but there is a chance that Kodak was set up, and this would be the only way he could try to get a minimal sentence in this next case that he will be facing. Kodak had been arrested over 5 times in the last 2 years, but his most recent arrest occurred earlier this year in May, just moments before he was set to perform in his hometown at the legendary Rolling Loud Music Festival. This would have been one of Kodak's last live performances, and him getting arrested just moments before his set left plenty of fans disappointed and saddened that they may never be able to see Kodak perform live again. Imagine going to the Rolling Loud Music Fest to see Kodak perform, and after waiting, the DJ announces that the FBI had just arrested the 22-year-old rapper. The arrest occurred in May, and Kodak has been locked up since. 6 months later, in November, his court date finally arrived, which resulted in Kodak getting the 46-month sentence that we covered earlier in this video. Kodak had a crazy series of ups and downs throughout his career. Despite his criminal history, he has grown a lot in the last year and would do anything for another shot at freedom. His legal team is actively working on his future legal cases and to try to get bail on his current case. They will do everything they can to get Kodak out of prison. Do you think it is even possible for him to get out of prison after all of these charges? Or do you think he will be stuck behind bars forever? The rapper seemed to have a serious repetitive problem with carrying illegal firearms as well as paraphernalia, which keeps getting him in trouble. The majority of his arrests lead back to the possession of at least one of these illegal items. However, hopefully he has learned from his mistakes so that he doesn't repeat the same actions that keep getting him locked up. The young woman who had accused Kodak of their relations without her consent seems to be firm on these allegations and wants justice for Kodak's actions. Unless she changes her mind, she will be taking full legal action against the rapper for what took place in South Carolina. Due to Kodak's 46-month sentence, it could be a while before these other abuse charges may get addressed. So by the time it does, fans are hoping that the woman will drop these charges so that Kodak can be freed. It is hard to say what will happen after serving these next 46 months, but we hope that Kodak will not be facing another 30-plus years for his other past mistakes. What do you think will happen with Kodak's next case? Do you think that he will ever be released? Or that we will ever get another Kodak Black album? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Lime Report, and comment the keyword Glee to enter a chance at winning in our $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.